Hi, Terry here, HVAC Maintenance or MainSupplies.com, your online source for getting your HVAC maintenance supplies. A lot of your do-it-yourself kits on there for you to do your own maintenance. Just go under air conditioning maintenance kits. We'll go over some of the products and the kits we have here afterwards. Today we're going to talk a little bit about your air conditioner freezing up, which is one of your more common problems that people run into in the summertime. There's two different scenarios that will cause your air conditioner to freeze up. First, you realize that it's froze up. You may see water leaking out of the seams over here. You may also notice ice built up here or even all the way out to the outdoor unit. Again, typically an air conditioner froze up is related to either an airflow problem or a low on Freon problem. To a point when it starts losing Freon, it'll freeze up. After it loses so much, it won't even freeze up anymore. It just won't cool. You also notice reduced airflow and obviously no cooling upstairs at your register. First thing you want to do in any case when you get an air conditioner freezing up is to go upstairs, turn your cooling selector switch off and your fan on. What that does is it runs the fan and it'll thaw out the whole air conditioner. You can't do anything or even get it serviced until all that ice is off of there. It will literally, if it runs for a lot of hours, build up a big block of ice in here that needs to be completely thawed before you get to the resolution of the problem. So the first section of it we'll focus on is the airflow issue. First and foremost is your air filter, and they can be anywhere from in the ductwork to down in your cabinet of your furnace, up in a grill, up in the ceiling. Sometimes they're up in an attic. So you want to check that and make sure that that's not restricted. If you pull it out and you find out that it is plugged, again, you need to pull it out, put a clean one in there, leave the fan on for probably at least 12 hours till you stop seeing any condensate coming out of anywhere. And then you can restart it and see if it freezes. If it continues to run and doesn't freeze up, that was most likely your problem. If it does freeze up again, it could be other airflow related issues or still a Freon problem. Other airflow related issues would be a bunch of registers closed in the house or a plugged evaporator coil, which is in here. If people tend to neglect the air filter, that evaporator coil can also get plugged. There's also a secondary coil in the bottom of your furnace in the blower compartment. And again, some configurations, this will lay horizontal in your attic, so you just got to kind of visualize which way your particular situation is. But there is a secondary heat exchanger, which is almost like a radiator on a car on most high efficiency furnaces nowadays. So you could take this out, pull the blower out, and then lay on your back and get under there, and you'll see that coil. And you can brush it off and clean it with maybe some of our coil cleaners as well. The other coil that can get plugged up on here is called your evaporator coil. And that typically sits in the ductwork or behind a panel somewhere. You just got to kind of use your own judgment to hunt it down here, but if that ends up getting plugged up, that will also restrict airflow. Now I've taken a lot of these screws out of here. In this case, I've got to pull a panel off to the side. So you pull this to the side and you can see, here's your air conditioning coil. Sometimes they'll just be horizontal. Sometimes they're what's called a coil this way. And the airflow comes from the bottom up. So most of your dirt is going to pile up underneath here. That you're going to want to try to get in there. So you can take out these screws, being real careful not to rupture any of these copper lines or you'll lose your Freon. But if I were to take these out, then I would see the incoming side of this coil. And if you want to just do a general maintenance, it's always a good idea every year, if not twice a year, to get our coil cleaners or our air conditioning maintenance kit and do a cleaning. You got to get at this coil, and then you grab yourself one of these cans of coil cleaner that we have, real user friendly. First thing I'll do is, again, all these products are included in our maintenance kits. Take a brush, and I'm going to get in here and brush the whole thing. Get as much of the heavy stuff off as I can. And then we'll shake up this can of coil cleaner. And we spray that on there. And both sides, the opposite side will have the same thing. You can see how nice that foams up. And then when you're cleaning your outdoor coil, you can rinse it off with a hose. Obviously, I can't rinse it off with a hose here because it would then run water all over the unit. So our products are a self-rinsing, meaning spray that all on there, get the heavy stuff, spray it all on there, and just let it rinse. Once you start the air conditioner, the condensate will run, and it'll rinse all that dust and dirt right off of there. You just got to keep checking your drains to make sure that it's continually draining, because a lot of times when you aggravate that dirt, it'll block up the coil as well. Another thing you can do when you open this up, a lot of our kits include condensate pan treatment tablets. You drop those in the drip pan here, to keep things from getting all slimed up and keeps them going. Here's some of them are smaller kits, are just a 6-pack. This bigger one is a 200 pack in our deluxe kit. So get your air conditioning coil real clean. Make sure that other down there, that coil is clean. Make sure all your registers are open in the house. Sometimes somebody moves out of the house and you close a bunch of registers. That'll cause it to freeze too. Another access sometimes you can get at your air conditioning coil is on humidifiers. First off, if you're freezing up, another thing you want to check, if you have a bypass type humidifier that blows air from the supply to the return, make sure that that's open. Because, or closed, I'm sorry. It's going to be closed in the summer when you're running your cooling so it doesn't blow cold air right around in a circle. Because real cold air inside there will also cause it to freeze up. So you can take your humidifier apart, and I've kind of taken a lot of the screws out of here. It takes a little bit more time when you're actually doing it. And then typically most humidifiers you're going to see a pad in there of some sort, the drip pad, which we also sell online as well. Set this stuff to the side. So once you pull that pad out of there, then you can see the access. Get a little light on here so you can see the access to the coil from the backside. And again, here's your plate that you take off. Will get you the inside, and you've got outside access to both sides. So again, there's numerous ways you can get at that evaporator coil. And again, during the regular maintenance, in a perfect world, you wanna clean that in most cases. So again, you know, the airflow. The second thing that can cause it, if you've done all this and you're sure and you're confident that you have good airflow and you get everything cleaned up and you go to run it and it still continues to freeze up, then you may have a Freon problem as far as low Freon and a Freon leak. They can either be in the evaporator coil or outside. If it's a real large leak that's losing more than 2 to 3 pounds, say in a season, you're definitely going to have to get a tech out there to, you know, find it, locate the leak. Another option out on the market, and we have this product available on our site as well, is AC Easy Seal. It's a great product. You can look at some of our other videos on that as well, that you can put into the system, and it'll go out and seek the leaks and seal them up. Works real well on smaller leaks. So, you know, and then of course you got to get it charged back up, and that, you know, a technician come out and charge it to the exact superheat or subcooling and get you set back up. So, that pretty much covers a lot of your air conditioning freeze-up problems that you know, could run into. We have a zone system on this one where we have dampers, so in the event that those dampers were to fail and close, you would go back to an airflow problem because they would be closed. You wouldn't have any airflow, so that also could cause it to freeze up. So we'll just talk a little bit about our air conditioning maintenance kits real quick here. Here's some Freon leak detector spray if you want to try to hunt down the leak yourself. What we've got for our maintenance kits is, what you see here is pretty much our deluxe kit. It includes the coil cleaner, enough to do your outside condenser, a coil coating treatment for coating the coils after you clean them that keeps dust and dirt to sticking to them. The deluxe one will have this 200 count of tablets, this nice little brush for getting in there, a fin comb in case you have any damage to either of the coils. You can straighten those fins out, hail damage, as well as a air freshener that you simply put right inside your filter here, and as the airflow goes, it blows that fresh air up into your ductwork. So that's the deluxe kit. We have a standard kit that takes a few of these products out. It's a little bit smaller, and then just a basic kit that is you know, a little bit cheaper, only has a couple cans of the coil cleaner and still has your pan tablets and stuff like that. And then if you do run into a problem where, you know, if your air conditioner, the evaporator pan's leaking, a couple other products we have are condensate pan sealant products for sealing up the evaporator pan in the event that you have any leaks. You can spray this stuff in there, or the best is this Pancrete product. This is a spray, easier to use. This Pancrete product is more like an epoxy. You pour it back and forth. Works great for sealing them up. So there again, we focus on the air conditioning freeze-up problems. Keep it simple. Start by getting our maintenance kit and doing a basic maintenance. Once you've done all this maintenance stuff, if you still have issues, then start looking at Freon problems. Website is mainsupplies.com. We also have another website called airconditionerproblems.info that has a lot of information on here. Also a Facebook page, airconditionerproblems.info. Give us a like on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get notified of all these great videos that we have that'll hopefully save you some money on a service call one day.